What is going on, buddy?
Hello.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. When we left off, I think this screen says everything you need to know about what happened last time.
It really does.
So apparently Phoenix Wright and Maya Fey are bakers in this world in the story. I guess that's how they got dragged in.
Maya said 5 years they've been here?
I would assume that their memory has been, like, wiped and completely redone because they have no recollection of their previous life.
No, because Phoenix is like, I feel like I need to be pointing and shouting for some reason.
Yeah, so,
It's like, dude, have you not looked at your clothes? Like,
it's like, why am I wearing a suit like this here? But let me go ahead and just... A large variety of bread. One could have a different type every day of the week.
I want bread now. They're all baked to perfection and the smell is making my mouth water.
I agree. The smell of fresh baked scones. They would go very well with some tea.
We also deliver bread to other parts of the town.
Okay, what about that bread? Nope,
No,
that bread.
Just,
Nope,
it was
that
talking
bread.
about
No.
all the bread. No. Oh.
Is the baguettes?
You have to go down
The
a
baguettes.
bit. Ow.
Thanks for the coin baguette. Barrel? No. Maya wants help. I'm gonna go touch the fire.
So hot. That's what the bread is baked, huh?
It's a sturdy-looking wood-burning oven.
You can bake many batches of bread at the same time in an oven this size. Baking bread requires more physical strength than most people think.
Absolutely. Oh! Firewood's hiding the coin. We're just stealing money from everyone's places. That, not important. We can also probably talk to Phoenix here in a second, but the olive oil. Is a shiny.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy. Speaking of which, I'll just check. No, I don't want to leave yet. But, how you doing, buddy?
Phoenix.
Sorry if I came across as rude earlier. Please, pay it no thought. It's just that sometimes I get carried away when I'm pounding the dough like that.
Because you're supposed to be, slamming counters in objections and all that. Well, it was kind of surprising to hear a big thump like that, even if you were just kneading the dough. And when you said, "Take that," my heart nearly stopped.
When I bake great bread, I guess I just feel the need to present it to the customer like that. Anything else to say for yourself?
Poor soul.
Oh, no, it's just the same thing. Okay.
Phoenix,
Entirely
what
same
happened
thing.
to you?
He got rewritten.
No.
Entirely. Okay, Maya. What's the matter, Miss Fey?
It's these loaves of bread. And after I'd arranged them all so nicely, too. It's all Nick's fault. His pounding messed up everything.
Neat, but I was only kneading the dough.
What am I going to do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back.
That is most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand.
Really? Thanks a lot. You've been doing me the biggest favor in the world.
Almost as big as the loaves up top. Maya, could you try to show a little restraint sometimes,
No.
Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true gentleman. What?
Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it sorted out. Totally. We should all help each other out in times of need, right?
Well, then someone help me pound out this dough. Anyone?
I like how it just
Anyone?
focuses on Phoenix's face there. Whoa.
Use your loaf. Okay.
The neatly placed loaves of bread on display at the front of the bakery were thrown into disarray. In the process, it seems an extra loaf managed to find its way among the bunch. Take a look at the picture on the top screen and find the extra loaf of bread. Place it into the basket once you've found it.
Okay. Everyone remember all the stuff up there before I do a switch on the screen?
This particular kind of puzzle requires you to manipulate the objects on the screen. Touch the end of an object and slide the stylus that you don't have in a circle to rotate it.
Oh, shit.
In some puzzles, you can also touch the center of an object and slide the stylus that you don't have to move it across the screen that you also don't have.
Okay. Well, I've got
You're playing with a Steam controller and looking at a TV.
So this guy can go down here, and this guy... Am I also gonna have to pay attention to the slices? Or...
What do you mean?
Like the cuts in the bread. I think I have to pay attention to those, too.
Oh, yeah. The slices, they have a name. I don't remember what the name is, but they have a name.
This one's
And
actually
it's
going to
not
go towards the
slices.
bottom. Yeah, I'm going to set this one aside. This is going to be real weird because I don't want this to be in the way because that one doesn't quite match yet. I at least have these two right here that match.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard to tell
Wait.
because like...
No, they don't.
What are you talking about?
The upper loaf. It's not the right slant. It has to be slanted the other way. You see?
Oh, shit. Oh,
That's the one you need.
Okay. Well, I'll pull that over there and move it. Not that. That right there. I know I don't have to rebuild this perfectly,
oh
but
God, you turned that way too far.
I'm just trying to put it somewhat in place where it seems to belong.
That's bothering me.
That would be the one that goes over here.
You
I'll
turn it
just
more than that.
throw that up there. Oh, this is gonna be really... Okay, so this one has to go over here. This bad boy has to go down here, but its purple is covered up. But, boop, like that. And then, okay. And then we're gonna have this guy over here. Like this one. Like I said, I'm not trying to perfectly rebuild it, but I'm having to build this back out. I'm just trying to... I don't want to put anything in the... No, I don't want to put it in the box.
You mean the basket?
The basket. Okay.
That one, the one that you almost put in the basket goes...
Yeah, I just need to rotate
It
it.
needs to touch the other one at the bottom, the yellow boop.
4, 5, 6, so...
Then you need...
These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are all good. And now...
Orange.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy is the one that's going to go in the trash. Because I think the purple is just hidden behind the loaf.
Wait.
Like this. So the purple's hidden from there. And then you have this piece of bread that is in the back. Like this underneath this bad boy that covers up that part. And then this bad boy covers up that part. So this is the bad piece. That gets to go back home.
I hope so.
See what you think of this.
I'm so good at what I do. Here we go, baby.
I was thrown off because one of them had 2 fruits and one of them had no fruit, and they still belonged there. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that was throwing it off is the fact that the part, and it was half of the puzzle, is that various parts that had the fruits on it were covered by a piece of bread in front of it, so they made you think really hard about it.
It just feels wrong to me.
Anyways.
You found it. Now that's using your loaf. Perfect. That's exactly how they were before. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon. We don't sell bacon, though.
It's no more than any young English gentleman would do.
What?
You said English? What's that? And where have I heard it before?
Hey, Maya, the boss is back. Oh, yeah, it's Patty from the parade.
Oh.
I don't remember the voice you gave.
Was she the one? She was... Wait. Was she in line to see?
Yeah, she was one of the people that was there.
Did I give her this voice?
No, I don't
that
think
someone
so.
else?
That was someone else. I think you gave her the like bumbly lady voice.
One of these little ones. Doesn't seem right though.
Do whatever you want to for it now that we have a more appropriate character that may be reoccurring as well.
Hello everyone, just as I was wondering what the commotion was all about. I see you're back, Espella. Welcome home, Aunt Patty. Were mine Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Of course we did.
Naturally. You know you can count on us.
They may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person.
She certainly does, Luke. And she has a heartwarming smile, too.
Oh, such flattery. You're just trying to make me blush. By the way, Espella, are these two gentlemen customers of ours? These two are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here.
Pleased to meet you, madam. My name's Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice. Is that so? Seems Espella's indebted to you both, and it's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. As a thank you from me for helping Espella, please feel free to stay as long as you like. We just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish.
Thank you for your kind offer, madam.
Oh yes, I imagine you must both be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish. You could just say yes. Oh, you don't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special.
A puzzle?
You gotta put it together before you can eat it. Not my very own creation.
Wonderful. And that face baked onto the surface. A masterpiece.
Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra fluffy. Only the best for our special guests. This is great. Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread. Did you just say only bread?
Yup, that's where it's going.
Only bread? I mean...
Hey, Espella, shouldn't you show our guests to their room? Let's just forget the bread.
Forget the bread?
Oh no, I mean, you should get them out of the danger zone.
Mr. Layton, Luke, let's go upstairs now. Oh, what's going on? Just trust me, come on. Oh no. Only bread? Forget the bread? Oh,
God,
you
this
really
is going
expect me
so
to
fast.
any more of this happy attitude and I'll throw you in the oven, both of you. Okay, whoa. She went off.
Damn. Are Phoenix and I about to get Hansel and Gretel?
I, didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle. But when it comes to bread...
I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft.
You could say that. I guess it must be fun to live in such a lively place, though. Yes, it is. It's thanks to them that I enjoy living here as much as I do. Mrs. Eclair is always so cheerful and kind to me. And Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic. Maya especially.
You're telling me.
Certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But, Espella, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. There's her cat!
Kimchi.
Oh, look, it is so cute.
Eve.
Oh!
What's the matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. Must be supper time.
Ah, I see. Please, go ahead. Don't mind us.
Kitty! Kitty!
We'll touch the kitty in a
No,
second.
right now!
I'm gonna go search for coins around this poor
Kitty.
girl's room and take her money quick.
Not that kitty. Kitty, kitty. Roof windows make this room very bright.
I'm looking at the treasure up top. It is a very pleasant room. You can see the blue sky through the windows in the roof.
Aunt Patty chose this room for me.
Okay, I'll touch the fucking cat. There you go.
Oh, look at you.
So Espella has a pet cat. His name is Eve, huh?
A finely groomed black cat, I must say. I'm sure Espella takes excellent care of it.
It's so cute.
Anything else?
Hello.
Oh, is the okay.
Nope.
plate? There's a coin on the plate. All right. Any of that treasure matter? Nope. The bookcase.
Thick volumes are lined up on the shelf.
Labyrinthian books. Interesting. I would like to read some when we have time.
They're all very thick. It would take you some time to read them, Professor.
Don't challenge me, child.
I like reading before going to sleep. I've read these books many times.
I'm sure you have. Fruit basket. Don't do it again.
Fruit basket.
Jars with jam, perhaps? They all have vibrant colors.
They look scrumptious.
I'm sure this jam would be even more delicious on Miss Eclair's freshly baked
I
bread.
had that thought just now. I made all this jam myself. You can try some if you want.
You what?
I made it.
Oh my god.
It's such a cute cat, so well behaved and clever too. Thank you. He was a real friend.
Are we not?
That's how she talked.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you? What was it that you wanted to know?
Well, there are a few things. Perhaps I'd better ask them one at a time. It may take a little while if you can spare the time.
Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help.
Thank you, Espella. Well then, first off, what I want to ask Espella about is...
After we separated in London, or Espella's memory.
Let's see about what happened after we separated in London. Could you tell us again what happened between the time that we were separated in London and your returning to Labyrinthia?
I'm pretty sure she said she didn't remember, which is why it's like, hey, memories.
You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right?
No, I can't. When I came to, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. It seems the townsfolk didn't even notice that I'd been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have been just a dream. Until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. It seems I wasn't dreaming after all.
Yes, indeed. It all really did happen. You came to my office. And then the witch came for you. The Vavitch, even.
So, does that mean that the Vavitch brought Espella back to Labyrinthia? Well, I suppose so, but... why was I in London in the first place? Eh? Why did I meet you two gentlemen? And why was the witch after me? I just can't seem to remember why. Espella, you and Carmine were running away from the witches, weren't you? Carmine?
Do you mean to say you don't remember us being in London with Carmine?
Carmine took you with him and he tried to escape from this town. Carmine took me with him and tried to escape? I'm sorry, I do have a vague memory of Carmine, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember.
I believe that your storyteller's done some revisions.
Yeah. Some revision.
Oh my god. Some revisions. Some revision. I want to ask about
some revisions with the Vavitches.
Do you remember this letter, Espella?
A letter?
Yes. Carmine gave you this letter and instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office.
That letter. Could I take a closer look at it?
Yes, of course. Do you remember anything?
I don't remember the letter, but this writing does look somewhat familiar. I do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me.
Did we just open the floodgates? Espella, you all right?
I think I remember. I remember Carmine. Really? You're right, I do know him. I definitely know Carmine. Carmine was here in his town. In fact, he was in this very shop.
Oh, in this shop, Espella?
But according to the townsfolk, they never heard of him. Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. So I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories.
Please don't let that deter you. We'd be grateful to hear what you know. What I want to ask about now, what
After
she
we
can
separated
recall.
in London, wasn't real, yeah.
Please do let us know what you can recall.
According to my memory, Carmine was working here in this bakery. Eh? But there are already two workers in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya. Those two have also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least, I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mrs. Eclair and anyone else around here would soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my memory.
This difference in perception is certainly intriguing, and the fact that Carmine worked here has me somewhat curious.
Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here and they're acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in the letter that he wrote that he escaped from Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around the town?
No, Luke, I don't think that's a good idea. As you are no doubt well aware by now, a single word out of place can be enough to bring them to the knights against us.
Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Mrs. Eclair would pretend not to know him. She's always so strict with people. She's never two-faced. I see.
Perhaps, Luke, we should be thankful that she took care of him.
Yes, you're right, of course, Professor.
By the way, in that letter, Carmine claimed that this town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be?
Labyrinthia's mystery? I'm sorry, but I've never even suspected that this town holds any secrets.
Then what might it have been that Carmine was investigating?
What was Carmine investigating? Ah! I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmine asked me this. Why is it that whatever is written by the storyteller in the Historia Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then we will unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said.
A puzzle, you say?
So Carmine didn't believe that what's written must always come true either. Well, I'm not sure, but what? It's only natural that what's written in that book must come true. And it's hard for me to believe that both of you and Carmine could doubt this. Well, speaking for myself, I can't just believe it so easily.
Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense, which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion.
That's true, but are you saying that in your London, there's no story?
Well, there are certainly none that come true as the story Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable.
As I suspected. Carmine is from the same London as you two. So I suppose it makes perfect sense that you should all think in that way.
Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story?
Well, Carmine often visited the Street Archive.
Great Archive.
I can't read that.
It is a bad color palette.
It's so far away from me too. It's across the room.
It's the Great Archive.
I was say Street Archive made no sense. Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept.
You mean to say all previous volumes too?
Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them.
I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story.
But Professor, surely he wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books?
The witches no, but the Vavitch, yes. As I recall in the letter he sent to me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret and decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me.
The Vavitches.
I believe that was it. Which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches.
Or the Vavitches. Oh my god! Oh my god! That wasn't even planned! Wow.
Oh man.
So you mean Carmine came close to unraveling Labyrinthia's mystery, and therefore became the witch's target, is what you're suggesting?
I believe that would be highly probable.
But why did the witches... Espella? Have there been other stories involving witches before this? or the witches. Yes, there have been many stories about them. All these stories are also being kept in the Great Archive.
Alright, what are we asking about now? The witch's story.
Ooh.
The witch's story. Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Archive?
The witchcraft. They are an important source of information for the Inquisition. Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town.
So you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about them and learn their ways.
Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of the Knights.
Glad to know you're on the same page as us now.
You can tell
This is a book.
You can tell I was starting to lose it after. And the Order of the Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia. The Storyteller, the Order of Knights, and the Inquisition. They are the ones who govern this town. Don't yawn into the mic.
I didn't know I made sound.
It did.
Shit.
The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the Creator, otherwise known as the Storyteller. That personage is the weaver of all life in Labyrinthia, including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events. The Knights not only protect the people, but also act as the Storyteller's guard. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in the Witches' Court. Or the Witches' Court. That is the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained. Huh.
Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw.
That's right. The Storyteller holds those parades from time to time. He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine their fate from that time onwards. The story this time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. Wonder what spells would be used this time. If only we could check in that book.
No. Just a moment, Espella. What was that you just said? Do you mean to say that there's a book about magic?
Yes, there is. In the Great Archive. It describes all the spells that provided the witches with their wicked power. It is a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigations.
That's it. That must have been what Carmine was so interested in. He was investigating the witch's power. Of course, it's possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known.
And that's why the witches attacked him?
Indeed, Luke. That may well be the reason. The story's so respected by the people, and the witches, they fear. Best they become the witch. There could be a certain secret connecting those two in some way. Thank you, Espella. Seems we now know where to begin with our investigation.
So you'll be visiting the Great Archive?
Yes, indeed. The book about magic that resides there may well provide a valuable clue toward unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia.
We'd better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor?
Absolutely, Luke. We must solve this puzzle for Carmine's sake, as well as for our own.
Do you two ever sleep?
No.
Mr. Layton?
Yes?
Please take me along with you?
I'm not sure that's wise. It might put you in more than a little trouble. It is likely that Carmine's investigations are what led to him being pursued by witches. And if that's the case, the path we tread may well be fraught with danger.
Even so, I really would like to help you. Talking with you both like this, I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth.
Well, Espella, I suppose that settles it.
Can't really
From
argue
here on
that.
in, let's all do our very best to solve this mystery together.
Yes, together. I'm the Professor's apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, just ask. Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that.
I think he's a little jealous.
I'm the apprentice, Espella.
Without any further ado, let's follow the in Carmine's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that's where the clues are waiting to be found.
Yes, let's go. Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back.
It's a giant cat. All right. Huh?
Oh, my pendant. I must forgot it.
That's a lovely pendant, Espella.
It's very old. I can't even remember how old I was when I started wearing it. Right, sorry to have kept you. Shall we leave for the Great Archive now?
Are we going like now? Okay, because I would.
Oh, Espella, are you off out somewhere? Yes, I'm taking Mr. Layton and Luke to see the Great Archive. Is that so? Well, you might want to hurry. Looks like it might rain at any time. Ah, yes, that reminds me. Could you get me something while you're out? Just on your way back would be fine. Yes, of course. What can I get for you? These are two very different voices. Some goat's milk from Mary. I forgot to get some when I was at the market. Okay, I'll drop round to Mary's farm on the way back. Would you? There's a milk bucket ready around the back. Milk, you say? Naturally, our bakery uses only the finest goat's milk for our milk loaf. It's so fluffy and white, it's delicious. Cool, sounds great.
Let's be certain to try some later, Luke.
I'm totally up for that.
All right.
And then there's these two. It's so easy to forget they're here, and then
it's
you
not
see
like
them,
we expect them, and then they're here just being bakers. Oh boy. Well,
Phoenix
I guess
Wright,
we're gonna go
Ace
to the
Baker.
We're gonna go ahead to the Great Archive and fucking milk some goats and then eat some fucking bread next time. Let's get this bread, gamers.
Oh no.
What?
Why?
What? I'm trying to be a zoomer now, okay? I'm trying to connect with the audience here.
Turnabout Big Loaf.